Alrighty, we're back. So, if Runner Bike comes back, because, I want to talk about the whole Kilimanjaro thing, because in terms of, because usually, so for someone to climb a mountain, they don't tend to have lots of muscle mass and stuff, but so I'd be wondering how much of an effect that might have. But a lot of these big bodybuilders, they probably struggle a lot when it comes to climbing, because beyond a certain point it would become dead weight, because it's all that kind of the power to weight ratio and all that. It might make you less efficient. So anyway, hope everyone's well tonight. Feel free to ask questions. Yeah, it's been a bit slow tonight really, but oh well. It is what it is. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. So yeah, just talking about functional fitness, and that's to me what fitness should be about kind of a more holistic approach to fitness, and more about kind of being good in real life scenarios as opposed to very specific goals. Because the thing is, if you're just so good at one thing but then you're not very good at the others, but yet you've got someone who's more generally good across the board, who I'd argue is generally more fit than everybody else. Like I said, being 7 across the board rather than being an 8, 9 or a 10 in one area, and a 2 or a 3 in every other area. Where your cardiovascular fitness is fucked, or your strength endurance also isn't very good. You haven't worked up your stamina to be able to improve your ability to maintain grip for an extended period of time, for example. So there's just so many aspects of what fitness is about. And it's just, being super good in one area doesn't necessarily mean that you're overall very fit. Because some guys are roids or whatever, and some of them are even slower at running than the average person. Their cardiovascular fitness is completely cooked. But, I just like to tell it as it is. I mean, I'm not here to sugarcoat things or anything. I'm here to just say that there's just a lot of bullshit out there. It's like I said, diets, a lot of them are bullshit. And I can't be asked arguing with people about shit. It's just, there's oftentimes people don't know what they're talking about. And yeah, sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about either, but there's a lot of brain rot on the internet, and I'm just I'm a free thinker. I don't just, listen to what someone says and then just kind of, think that that's gospel or whatever. I'm going to have my own thoughts on things, and we should, only one view, I don't know what's going on, really. I've just restarted it, and, it is what it is, really, but anyway, just share this out if you can. I might just start me stuff next week, because I've got some stuff to do this week, but I might just start my travels. Because I need to get that started. But the thing is, I do want to see if I can get some people to help sponsor it for me, so that maybe people can become a member or something like that to help. Maybe I could show off some stuff like castles, perhaps, things like that, or hello Titch, how are you doing? Good evening to you, hope you're well. And if I could show off some different things, like different sites and scenery and all that kind of stuff, then, you know, but it's like, people hopefully are going to be able to help out with that, help to be able to finance it. Because if every person could like throw like a quid or 2 quid, whatever, a month, then it all adds up, doesn't it? So it'll help to be able to do all that. And maybe it can help with like, you know, accommodation and things like that. Because I'll need somewhere to stay, so trying to help me to be able to stay in a nice place or something, and yeah. It's ultimately up to you guys, because then you'll get all this content and stuff. I think it'll be worth it. But I understand times are hard for everyone right now, you know. But yeah, but every little helps, doesn't it? So, what's this? If everyone donated £1, that would be perfect. Yeah, it would be. I will sponsor you. I mean, it's like, it's not a charity thing, but it's like just more in terms of if people want to help to, so that I can share things, I can inspire people and show people what's out there and what they can do. Yeah. Alright, take care, Maroy. Have a good one. Yeah. Anyway, so, feel free to ask questions, everybody. What's this? Please stay. What do you mean stay where? Who are you talking to? Anyway, share this out if you can, everybody. What's that? I'll come back again. Okay, take care. See you again soon. Oh yeah, there was someone on busking today singing Dream a Little Dream of Me, you know, like Mamas and Papas. Yeah, I don't mind that song. It's yeah, it's just tragic about like how she passed away, but yeah. Well, someone reckoned it was something to do with because she lost weight very rapidly, and because she got like bullied. I think it was by her own bandmates or something, and they reckoned that led to her death or contributed to it at least. I mean, I'm gonna try and do it, Titch, but I might do it whilst I'm traveling, but because it might be a way to help to kind of fund things, but I don't know, because that is something I'd like to do, but yeah, because I can try and like promote my channel and stuff. I could have like a banner or something, or just something to promote it, and I could maybe like, yeah. Like tour around is what I'm thinking of doing. I gotta go up and down the country. I have to just check, see, you know, the different places. Like, if do you need a license? 'Cause I haven't actually got a license, but where I am now, you don't need one. A lot of places you don't, but some places you do. So you have to obviously research it first. But maybe I should just get a license. But I'm like, I don't know. But then if you get a license, is there then some kind of like, is there some kind of like tax thing that happens then or something? I don't know. I don't know like what happens, but like, you know how with like busking, it's like, there's no way that they could like just tax it all off you, because they're not like going to be able to just count everybody's earnings, can they? I mean, that would be ridiculous. I might actually try out the PayPal QR code to see if that works, because I know not everyone uses that, but it might be just another option for people to donate. It's just, it might be a bit kind of a faff really, and I don't know how I'd do it, because unless I had another device, but yeah. I'd have to do it like in between songs or something, which could then interfere with things really, but because people were saying get a card reader or something, but I was looking into that and it was all a bit confusing to me really, but because I was looking at Square and I've got like the app on my phone, but yeah. Yeah, it's just a bit of a faff. I was like seeing if I could get one off there, but I'm not sure really, because it said I could buy one, but I don't want to end up risking like spending all this money and then it doesn't even work for what I need it for. And it just seems a bit, I don't know. But I'd have to have a look afterwards and see if like maybe it would work. It's just I've bought things and then never used them. It's like I bought this jaw harp. It was like a musical instrument. I thought it was going to make some cool sounds, and then it's fucking useless. Hello, Runner Boy. Good to see you again. So I was just wondering, like, what effects like all the extra muscle mass might have on climbing up this mountain, because it's a big mountain. And do you think it will have much of an effect, or do you think it will be like negligible, or what do you think's the? Because they say like it can be a bit of a problem. The Jackery as well. I know it's just yeah. I just feel like I've wasted stuff really, but maybe I'll get around to using it at some point. It's just I was gonna use it for like I don't know. Maybe it would work if I don't know. I'm trying to like, yeah. It's just a bit of a tough one really, but well, I also have to carry a bag, so more mass would help with that. What do you mean? You're on about in terms of like the what is it like in terms of having strength? Because I guess it depends. If you can use like all your muscles in your body, like then it could help, I guess. So yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it wouldn't be light. That's the thing. All the weight you're having to take up there. Yeah, it's not as simple as just walking up there and just doing a kind of doss up a hill or something. Some real serious shit. Like I went up Snowdon, but that was just like a day trip thing. Well, it took all day to get up and back down again, but yeah, it was worth it. It was a good day out, but yeah, it was really foggy up the top of it, so that was the issue really. Yeah, it was expensive, but that's why I'm a bit kind of like reluctant to buy stuff, because I'm like, half the time I'm like, am I even going to use this, I don't want to waste my money, risk wasting my money on things unless I know for sure I'm going to actually use it and it's going to be worth it in the long run. But I pinned a message on my live today saying become a member of the channel to help out, and someone donated 10 free members. Oh yeah, Shirley did that. She did that on here, but I think she said hi to me the other day, but she didn't like me after I, was calling out Jace. Like, because she was like, oh, I'm not going, I think it was her saying, oh, I'm not gonna, be somewhere where people are calling out Jace or something like that. I'm like, well, if you can't be like, if you just want to kind of like do this whole thing of la 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 la, because you don't want to hear the truth, because yeah, I think we have to be able to voice our opinion on people, and people should know, because otherwise people don't know. I did witness something tragic today. It's upset me, to be honest. What was that then? I've read that out again. But yeah, I should probably try and. I was gonna make a video to like promote the membership thing, but I don't know. I was thinking I need to make sure I can get access to my supplement So I don't know, I might have to like order another one off it. Maybe I should order another lot, but I could just come back if I don't know, because that's the thing, it's like I have to get it offline, unless there's a shop that can sell it. I'll have to find out if there's a shop that does beta-alanine. It's usually online that you get it from, but yeah, let's see what shops you can buy it, but it's usually online, really. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well tonight. You can apparently get beta-alanine capsules, but that might be easier to consume, but don't know if it'd be as efficient or not, but because it'd be ideal to have everything just be able to just like consume it quite quickly, because otherwise it's like, do we really want to be messing around with a bunch of supplements and stuff? My neighbour's dog was run over by a delivery van. Poor thing was squashed and its intestines all over the road. Oh god, that's horrible. Yeah, poor dog. That's rough, that, yeah. Yeah. Well, they shouldn't be letting friggin' dogs out like that, you know. It's just very irresponsible to be doing that shit. So I think maybe your neighbour was kind of somewhat to blame for that, really, to be honest. You know, they shouldn't be letting a dog out like that and get itself into trouble. That'd be horrible to see that. Yeah, that could cause some people trauma to see all the. Yeah, it's just horrible. Don't know how I'd even like kind of feel like, yeah, if I saw stuff like that, really. I mean, yeah, you'll see like roadkill and stuff, but it's usually like some friggin' something else. Yeah, it's not good. Anyway, this is what it is. So yeah. Yeah, so to me, like I said, fitness is just like there's more to it than just lifting weights, because that doesn't really help with so much with your cardiovascular endurance unless you're doing it in a way that is going to burn a lot of calories. Like if you're doing, say, like higher reps, you're doing, kind of like circuit training, things like that, that can actually help with building some degree of cardiovascular fitness. If you're doing like explosive movements, if you're doing things like jump squats, you're doing other things like, so you're maintaining a high heart rate, for example, that way you're actually improving that aspect of things. But if all you can do is just lift a bunch of weights, then yeah, then you might not be very good in a real life situation that requires cardio, requires strength endurance. Anyway. Probably won't be on all night, I don't think. Might do some like bit more workout later, but just a bit kind of, I don't know. It can be a bit disheartening, but I just need to focus on my goals and stuff, like try and just keep focusing on the I'm going to just need to do the travelling for real. I keep saying it, and it's time I do it. We're getting summertime now, and it's like, yeah, there's no excuses. I've run out of excuses now, haven't I, you know? It's like, it's just procrastination at that point. We have to be self-aware, like, are we procrastinating, or are we genuinely just like trying to, you know, just be cautious or whatever? Because sometimes we can just get overly kind of analysing different things, or overly just thinking about, oh, well, this has to work out, we've got to make sure this works out in a certain way, and then, I don't know. But, yeah. Feel free to ask questions, everyone. Yeah, how many people have we got in here? Hello, Jolene. Good to see you again. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So, I wonder if we can get to 2.6k subs. We're on 2.59k, so... yeah, I think we're growing by about 10 subs per day, nearly, something like that. But yeah, let's see if we can get to 2.6k tonight. So if you guys can share this out, that'll be good. I'm good, mate. Oh, yeah, that's good then. That's good to have you here again. What have you been up to today? Like I said, I'm just getting ready to do like the travels and stuff, but I need to just not overthink it. The problem sometimes I would like overthink things and then nothing much ever really gets done. You're thinking too much about everything, and then you just, all this procrastination, it's got to stop, you know? Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy, and we just block ourselves, and normal stuff. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Oh yeah, one thing that's kind of annoying is, you know, some people, like, the first thing they ask you is, what do you do for a living? Or what's your job? It's like, I don't know, I find that kind of like an annoying, kind of obnoxious question to say as your first thing to get to know someone. Because it's like, for some people, it's like it's not really about, it doesn't really say much about them as a person. It's like, because you don't really necessarily want to be identifying with your job, because for a lot of people it's just a means to an end. They don't necessarily even want to be there at that point. So I don't know, it's just why people always kind of, a lot of the time, use that as like a kind of icebreaker to get to know someone, when it's like, most people hate their jobs, so why even try to talk about their job when they're not even there? You know, there's a thing of like, you know, kind of only talk about the job when you're on it, and it's like when you're off the job you would just kind of just focus on other things. Why do you need to keep getting reminded of it? Because most people hate it. But I don't know what you guys think really, but where are you going to go around England? Yeah, that's the plan, yeah. Stop off in different locations. Obviously you're in Northern Ireland, so I'd have to cross water to get there, but do you actually need a passport to cross there then, or, because it's a bit of a confusing one, because like, technically it's still in, you know, in the UK, but it's like, but then if I remember, I don't know if you need a passport. I know to get to Ireland you do, because that's a different country, but yeah, yeah. So what's that? You're going training in the heat Saturday. What's that? Sorry, what do you mean? I'm in Ireland. I thought you was in Northern Ireland. So like, are you from Northern Ireland originally or something? Or, because the accent I picked up was a Northern Ireland accent. I'm not sure. I think you need a passport since you need a plane or boat, right? So that's what it is. So why is it that your accent sounds like Belfast or something like that, or whatever? Is that where you're from originally? I don't know if it's Belfast or what other place, but yeah. There's a lot of different accents in Ireland and stuff, but yeah, I know like there's different accents and stuff. No, I said before I'm from Ireland, but I was there for a while. Alright, maybe you picked up some of that accent then. Because to me your accent actually sounds more like of that kind of Northern Irish. Because it's quite a difference in the accents, so I can sort of recognise where people are from by their accent. Because I thought, well, at first when you said Ireland, it was just like, some people will say they're from Ireland, but they're from Northern Ireland. It's like, I don't know. But anyway, let's have a look actually and find out. Do you need a passport to go to Northern Ireland? From UK. Let's see what the official answer is. That it says no, you don't need a passport to travel to Northern Ireland from the UK. Hang on a sec. I said the UK. Let's put England. It says no, a passport is not required to travel from England to Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom and Ireland are part of the Common Travel Area, which allows citizens of both countries to travel freely between the two without a passport. However, you may need to carry some form of photographic ID, such as a driver's license, to prove your identity. Yeah, Northern Ireland is the part that's in the UK. So yeah, completely different. It's like, it's on the same, like, is it on the pound? I mean, I know there's like, what is, let's see, like, is Northern Ireland on the pound? So it says it's same currency, so it's like the Great British Pound. Anyway, even though it's technically not in Britain, but it's in still in the UK. So what I understand is Great Britain is England, Scotland and Wales. Hello, how you doing? And then you've got UK, which is England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. So yeah, well, it was stolen from Ireland. Oh yeah, there's a whole, like, what is it, Catholics and Protestants and all that. There's whole, like, conflict and all that. There's that, like, so that was like different, like, religions, isn't it? You've got the yeah. Anyway. I was actually looking into, like, how you've got, like, the Mac names, like MacDonald, or a lot of them are like kind of, there's like a crossover of like Ireland and Scotland, and yeah. Well, you've got names like Macintosh, which is like a Scottish name, but then a lot of Mac names are Irish, like you've got McGee, things like that. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of it's Irish, but yeah, there's anyway, it gets all kind of a bit confusing sometimes, this history. I'm not far from NI anyway. It's such a small country. I van drive there in an hour probably. Oh yeah, so maybe like the accent's a bit kind of mixture of it, and then also if you've been in Northern Ireland for a while, then perhaps you've picked up on that, and that might be why it sounds a bit more like that. It's like when they say words like grind and signed and find and pined. I find some pines on the grind. So now I'm gonna go buy myself some flowers. I mean, it didn't sound quite that strong, but yeah. So I remember like there was this woman from Northern Ireland, and I was just trying to take the piss out of her accent, and I sounded more Northern Irish than she did. Like she sounded kind of a bit more like watered down or something, and well, not like it where it's like over there at the moment what you're in, what you're saying. What's in Ireland or something, or what? Don't know what you're talking about at the moment, but I'm kind of lost. So I am. All kicking off, or is it? What's going on? You're on about in Ireland? I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to these things, so I only usually hear about things when other people tell me. It's like, because I don't read the news, I don't focus on things not going on in my life. It's like, yeah. Anyway, there is riots every year, no different. Yeah, that's probably about right. Riots are basically part of the culture. Yeah, they are. So they are. They're. Yeah, we love to riot. So we do. I'll stop rioting when I'm dead. I don't know why I keep doing it, but yeah, it's just, maybe it's like autism where I just like pick up on different accents and just like keep like mimicking them, and mimicking different voices and things. So what was this you were saying? You posted something about becoming a member to support the channel or something? Be good if we can get some more members and stuff, and maybe I could put my PayPal out as well so people can support that way if they wanted to. But actually my birthday's coming up next month, so I'm wondering if we can get a load of people to come and send a whole bunch of like gifts or something. Yeah. Anyway. So what's up, everybody? Hope you're all well today. Feel free to ask questions, guys. I wish I could like play music on this, but I don't really do that because I don't think really YouTube likes it when you do that, and they'll probably demonetize it, whatever. So I don't know. Probably shouldn't be trying to guess what city people are from. Anyway, not very safe. Why? What do you mean? Because they might find it offensive or something, or I don't know. I mean, I just commented it, then pinned my comment so anyone who came in could see. Are you on about on the live or something? Yeah, some people put like their donation link in their, or a members link or whatever, pin that up, so I'm wondering if that's worth doing, but then people might find it obnoxious if you do it too much. I don't know. It's like you can't please everybody, I suppose, but just keep the chat flowing, guys. But yeah, you never really know where people are from necessarily, but what's this? No, people like to try and dox others online, so giving info out is not good. Oh yeah, if you kind of like guess where people are from and then they sort of, yeah. And then, yeah, that's the thing, because someone, I think, tried to guess my location because of where they saw me doing the workouts, and they might have tried to trace it. And it was someone on TikTok, and this was supposedly some like friendly guy who was trying to help me out and all that, and then started acting weird at one point and just started being all kind of like, it might have been because we like disagreed on something, and then he just, I don't know what it was, or if it was just because he was jealous, because I was doing better than him at the time with the channel and had a lot more people watching me, and maybe that was his way of trying to get back at me or something. And just, I don't know, it was just really weird. It was like basically what happened, he tried to like put out some like postcodes and then be like, oh, is this where you live or something. It's just really kind of creepy shit. Yeah, it's just so weird. It's like, so I blocked the guy. I'm like, fuck you, you know, you're not welcome on my channel if you're going to be doing that crap. Yes, so you should stop doing that. The Fisher demands people tell him the locations as well, so I stay away. Yeah, that's kind of creepy if people are doing that. Like, why do people need to know? But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I should probably stop giving out my city, but I remember I had an issue when someone tried to ask me which part of the city that I live. I'm like, well, I'm not going to tell you because it's getting too kind of, you know, kind of like specific at that point. You know, it's bad enough that I tell people what city I'm in, but if I start giving out specific locations, it makes it even easier for people to try and track you down then, doesn't it? That's a bit of a, yeah. So that's a fair point, so yeah. I think we just said the same guy, that Stu, who does the location thing, what you're saying. Yeah. But this was somebody else that was doing that I was on about. There was some other guy on TikTok called Voodoo, and it was just this kind of, yeah, there was something off with that guy, you know. Like, he acted all nice and all that, and then he just kind of started acting up and then went weird. So I have no time for people like that, you know. This kind of Jekyll and Hyde bullshit. Well, it's not me I care about. It's them finding family or stuff like that. Yeah, because then they can try and use your family, like, maybe they can try and use them against you and shit like that. And it's like don't bring someone's family into things, you know. It's easy to find you in picture or videos. Background says it all. Yeah, I mean, I guess if people really were that kind of desperate to find out, then they probably could. You know, some people might try and avoid even showing that, but you know, depends if they know like the area that well or something. But then road signs can kind of like give it away and stuff. I try not to kind of show too much when I'm in like the main roads and things like that. So far I haven't had any bother, but then it's like, you know, if the wrong person sees it, then yeah, you could end up getting harassed and shit like that. Yeah, still that's why I don't show anything outside. Oh yeah. Didn't you say you was planning on maybe showing some running or something? Yeah, but I don't know. I've not had any like issues with that at the moment, but I'm going to be doing the traveling stuff, so I'll be like not at any fixed address for a while probably if I'm doing that. Just kind of, yeah, that's what I want to do really. If you ever get real big, you definitely will have some sort of bother. Yeah, that's the thing, you've got to, yeah, because there's more and more chances, and also when you get bigger then people want to take you down more. When you're small then people don't really care that much, so yeah, you do need to be careful with that. So anyway, so all good now, what you mean. Brenner Boy says, no, just Lorcan talks about Cam would be on the ground the whole time. But you were saying now you could, set it up far away from where you live, so then people can't just track your address. They could only sort of get an idea or something, and AI. Oh yeah, AI. Yeah. Yeah, it's just mad, isn't it, that some people are just like, yeah, such creeps in this world, We're in 2025, and yeah, we've still got this human nature of just people being creepy and shit. Yeah, or just go to a different city to do lives. Yeah, but it's not so easy for some people to do that. It depends on accessibility and things like that, so yeah. Anyway, just maybe we can move on from this, because but I suppose it's good to kind of be aware about it, because a lot of people just end up getting doxxed and didn't realise that people could track their address down. A lot of people on these apps, and they're kind of a bit vulnerable, so we have to be mindful of creepy weirdos online. It's like you get these, I don't know. It's just mad that, but then you get all these like guys that go on and they fall for these decoys and stuff, and it's like, how are they that stupid to not realise that it's a setup? Like, they really think that, that there's going to be an actual child there. It's like they don't think that maybe this is a setup. I guess it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably do some kind of workout, but I'll just see how I feel. I did a bit of that thing earlier, but it's just trying to not go too hard tonight, really. Just some days I go a bit easier, perhaps. Some days maybe a bit harder. Just depends how I'm feeling, really. I went really hard yesterday with all the training that I was doing. Don't know how I managed it, to be honest. It was a lot of stuff I was doing. But yeah, that friggin' Kingdale Clark person, what a fucking asshole. I just, I blocked the guy, so I can't even see his comments, but it's just, the guy is friggin' obsessed. It's just, yeah, just trying to call shit, trying to stir shit up, and like there was someone that was claiming to be him in the chat the other week, and then he was in your chat saying, oh, someone was pretending to be me in the chat, and it's like, well, it was probably him, it was probably him pretending to have kind of like apologized for everything, just to then say it wasn't him, like it's some kind of mind game shit that he's trying to do. Yeah, I mean, dips, I'm just trying to just get better at them generally, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you do want to go lower if you want to hit chest more, but I'm hitting chest on a lot of other exercises anyway, so, I mean, like push-ups and decline push-ups, I'm getting a lot of chest with that, so I don't really need dips for chest, really. So yeah, it's like, I noticed that when you were doing it, you were kind of like tilting. It's more when you're getting like the chest, when you're like your body's like tilting kind of, and then it tilts upwards. So is that all like chest doing that? Or is like, or are you also getting some back extension as well? I mean, is it like because it kind of reminds me of like almost like a kind of deadlift movement pattern. Because, yeah, it's like I don't know, but yeah, King Dale Clark. I mean, I'll call him King Dick Clark because he's a dick, and yeah, he's just mind his own business. It's like, and the thing is, you was kind of saying some shit. Oh, you know, you think I could have put on more mass? Well, you know, that's subjective. I mean, it's like, I'm a big guy. I'm about 98 kilograms or something. Like 6'4", but yeah. But when I first started the training, I was like 72 kilograms or something. I just want to hit triceps. Oh yeah. Well, it looked like when you were doing it, you went pretty low down, but it's more kind of like, yeah. So is that naturally you're like gonna lean more forward rather than like more straight up and down? Is what I was trying to say. Well, it seemed like you went past like horizontal, but I was around horizontal when I was doing the reps. I think part of it's just that, yeah, with these dips it can be a bit hard to do just because of the long legs, because you've got like to bend the legs in a lot of cases because the equipment's not really set up for tall people. I could go lower, but my camera is at a higher angle than yours, so it looks deeper. Yeah, maybe that's like an illusion then. Yeah, to be fair, that could be a, yeah. Like someone was saying, like mixing up like dips with some kind of tricep extension exercise would give you like best like overall tricep development, but that's if you want to get more specific on hitting different heads of the muscle, because they say like with, what is it, hi Casizio, how you doing? Is this a live feed? What do you think? But yeah, it's just what we're saying. So some wildlife by the river. There's some wildlife by the river. We're in mating season, and these birds are procreating. But one of them is going to have to protect the hive. I'm just like, yeah. Is that a song? Yeah. Anyway, I hope you're all well tonight, people. Again, share this out if you can. But I don't think I'm going to be on much longer. Probably just going to... Well, actually my battery's dying anyway, but... what's this? Loads of geese there everywhere, good for... What's that? Slalom, did you say? Runner Boy says, I said on a strict program you could make even more gains, which is true, but it's not what you want, so that's okay. I mean, it's hard to really say, like, what's the most optimal strategy, because everyone's got their own opinions and, like, what works for different people, because the last few months I've been locking in hard. I've made the most gains I've ever made, and I've not even been a total beginner, so I don't think I could really make much more gains than what I am now, because in terms of like, I'm pushing as hard as I can to like my max. So like today I've been feeling a bit more like I haven't been able to go as hard because I went so hard yesterday with the training. But I mean, I think it starts to get to a point where you'd end up being kind of splitting hairs and stuff. I don't know what you're on about with slalom or something. Do you like swimming? I don't really do swimming. Probably because it's just not such an accessible thing to do. You'd have to go to like a swimming pool or something like that. But I mean, I probably would give it a go, but I don't think I'd be naturally as good at it. But rowing machine, I've been getting good at, because I'm naturally more inclined to that. Because having long legs and long arms is good for the rowing machine. Whereas with swimming, they say like you ideally want like you don't necessarily want to have long legs. They say you want to have like a longer torso relative to your legs. Oh yeah, geese by the river path. Oh yeah. So you would enjoy rowing on the river? Probably, yeah. I used to like kayaking, actually. I mean, that was probably my favourite, like, on the water. Probably because it's like I'm on my own, doing my own thing, like, but, I mean, kayaking's a bit slower, I think, isn't it? But I quite like it in that it's just, it's like your own individual kind of thing, and I find it easier to kind of keep it going in a straight line, because I remember we'd do like fucking canoeing and shit, and there'd be like people on each side, and we just end up going around in circles. It would kind of be a bit annoying, really, but yeah. Balance in a rowing boat is more tricky angle of double sculls. Yeah, I've tried a rowing boat before. Like, this was back when I was in Knaresborough, and I just went out on the river and tried it out, but it's like, it was difficult to get the hang of, because you had two things, and it was just, whereas kayaking, I just would find it a lot easier to balance, because you can just like roll like that, and it's just, I just get like a more fluid motion with it, and just feels a bit more natural. It's easier to get the hang of, but obviously with rowing you probably get a lot more power if you can get the hang of it. Because with kayaking you can only do one side at a time, whereas if you're rowing with two different oars, they call them, in it, and it's like you can generate a lot more momentum. What's that, 4 or 8 rowing crew is more stable? Oh, right. Yeah. But I just go on the rowing machine and just try to do time trials on that. But I've been getting some good times. Like I said, my record so far is 3:36.3. So I'll probably be doing another time trial on it soon. And I don't know if this like beta alanine is kicking in, but it should be. Hopefully, I've been doing it for a few days now, so maybe there's a slight effect, but we'll see how it goes and see what I can put out, basically. Rowing with, you just realise what you just put there. That sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it, Runner Boy? You know, isn't it called an oar, not got a W in it or something? I don't know. Let me just find out what it's. Oh, it's L-O-A-R or something. It's O-A-R, not W-H-O-R-E. Like, yeah, 1,000 meters. Yeah, 1,000 meters, 3:36.3. Yeah, and I'm naturally inclined to, that rowing is what I've come to realise, because of having that power, that I have a lot of power in my legs. I also have some power in my upper body, but rowing relies a lot on lower body power, more than what people think. Like, it relies a lot on leg drive. Like you look at people rowing, it's like it requires a lot of constant flexion of your legs and flexion and extension. So it's gonna require a lot of power to be able to just put out all those watts. Like I put out a post and I was like doing over. Well, it said if I'd have kept that rate going for an hour, it would have been like well over 1,000 calories per hour, which I wouldn't have been able to keep that pace going, like even anywhere near that for an hour. But I want to try and keep getting the time down. Ideally, I want to see if I can get to like sub 3 minutes, which would be crazy. But if I can do that, then I think that'd be good for the channel if I can show that. Try and work towards sub 3 minutes, but it's quite ambitious. But I want to be ambitious and want to, but then again, if I'm traveling, then will I have as much opportunity to do that? I don't know. Maybe I could just get like just to have a go on one for like a day or something. And just I don't know. Rowing boats have oars. Yeah, not the W word. That's something else entirely, But let's try and keep it PG and all that thing on here, Go for 2,000 minutes at 8-minute split. I should be able to do that. Well, they say for like Olympic standards is 6 minutes, isn't it? You have to do it within 6 minutes to 2,000 meters, but I'm going more for like power. So 1,000 meters is about the right kind of distance, but yeah. Because doing like a 2,000 meter won't benefit like power kind of ones really as much. Because I'm trying to like tap more into like the glycolytic system for more explosive power. But I also want to still have some degree of muscular endurance. Hello, fishing and hunting outdoors. How you doing? Oh, fuck.